Decades before the Army Men's Civil War had erupted, another conflict had risen amongst the Army Men nations. The light green soldiers had taken a sacred castle, important to the Army Men religion, and other factions who practiced the same religion were livid. The Reds, Blues, and Tans wanted to take back the castle and make it available to all Army Men colors once again. But the light greens were not willing to do that. They would go to war for this castle. So an invasion was set up. The Blues would provide the armored support. The Reds lended their artillery to the attack, bombarding from afar. Meanwhile, the Tans would attack on foot from the city center. Will the castle fortress hold? Or will the attacking sides prevail? Yo, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2 Army Men side stories. And today, what we've got going on is a light green castle defense with the red, blues, and tans all attacking simultaneously, each side bringing a different type of strategy to the battlefield, while the light greens defend trenches as well as castle walls. It's going to be an intense battle with hundreds of army men all fighting, so if that appeals to you, be sure to hit the like button. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. That'd be super helpful if we could do that. It means a lot to me when you guys hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not already. We're trying to hit 300k by the end of April, and be sure to comment on down below if you want to see some more Army Men battles on the channel. I'm having a blast making them. They're very, very fun. So yeah, either way, we'll get right on into it here. Without further ado, let the Army Men wars commence. Yo, what's going on, guys? Real quick before this video begins, I wanted to let you know that I actually have a second channel that I post to regularly. It is called Daily Productions. We do battle simulator games over there, like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, Total Tank Simulator. All of the simulators get played by us on the second channel. I'd really appreciate if you'd head over there and subscribe and maybe check a few videos out if you'd like. I think if you enjoy this channel, you'll really enjoy that channel. But either way, that's enough of this little plug. Thank you so much for listening to it, and thank you for subscribing if you do. Without further ado, please enjoy the rest of this video. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead in slow-mo, because there's going to be a lot of action hitting the battlefield right off the bat here, and let's observe the trench line defense over here on this side of the battlefield. The Blues are, of course, dealing with this side of the battlefield, while the Tans deal with the opposite side of the battlefield. The Blues using mobilized units, while the Tans choose to use ground units. We do have an artillery strike from the light greens coming on in, and it impacts the ground just before that tank, blowing it up, as well as a troop transport behind it, throwing all of the troopers from the troop transport all over the place. That was a devastating blow right there to the blue forces. Really, really brutal, man. This type of cannon that the light greens are utilizing is a heavy mortar, like a super mortar, practically 200 millimeters, I believe. Just absolutely insane amounts of high explosives in each shot from that thing. The devastation raining down on the Blues back here, absolutely impactful. The light greens also have some SFH8s over here. These are a bit lighter of artillery, but still pretty impactful overall. As you can see over here, they seem to be hitting these buildings, crumbling them to the ground, and that's actually going to open up fire to come in on the Tan soldiers across the way here. That's eliminating a lot of Tan cover right there, which is pretty brutal in of itself. This is more of just a straight up wall defense over on this side of the battlefield, while the other side of the battlefield is obviously a trench defense leading up to walls. So a little bit of difference in both sides of the battle here, and I think the Tan strategy of just doing a ground invasion on this side of the battlefield is a pretty smart one. On the other side, when you've got yourselves a whole lot of trenches, you're gonna need tanks to cross over that area. But on this side, where tanks are just gonna get caught up in these buildings, it's more worth it just to use infantry, man. The Tans, they've got bright ideas here, fellas. Bright ideas indeed. And of course, the Reds are the boys in the back just lobbing some high explosive rounds over. SFH8s again. You know, both sides got these this tech unlock. These artillery techs. They got it. But the Reds are bringing a lot more artillery to the battlefield. They've got 2 units of artillery over here, and then 3 units of artillery over this way with the Blues. So they should be doing some serious damage on all sides of the battlefield. Hopefully, at the very least. If not, then that's going to be a bit of a problem. Let's check in on this thing. I think the reload time on it is very, very long. Yeah, it's only gotten 1 shot off. It killed 14 infantry units and 2 vehicle units in that 1 shot, but it is still only... It's not even halfway reloaded yet. That's how long it takes for this thing to reload. That is an astronomical length of time to reload 1 gun. That's really bad. That is really bad, folks, right there. So... obviously, brutally effective when fired, if you actually hit your shots, but anything other than that, it's pretty weak. But that's actually an artillery shot. I think that might be the SFH over here firing? Oh, maybe. Actually, this one's dead, so I don't know where that artillery shot came from. Maybe it was a Piat gun? There are some Piat guns on the battlefield, so it could have been that. This green artillery piece down for the count, but this one's still alive over here on this end of the battlefield. So the Greens still have 2 pieces of artillery left. Oh, some red artillery hitting some trench line figures over here. Looks like it took out an MG42 unit over this way, and his guts are just crumbling all over the battlefield. God, imagine that. You're in a trench defense, and all of a sudden Johnny over there has got his guts flying everywhere. Come on, Johnny. Clean up after yourself, boy. The Blues over here, having disembarked from their attack vehicles, are now on the high ground over this way, firing away from sandbag defenses. They're taking some shots. You gotta remember that this mod is using Rob's mod as well, which Rob's mod is a hardcore mod for Men of War Assault Squad 2, meaning that 1 or 2 shots and an infantry trooper is dead. Down for the count. Dunzo, onezo, baby. 1 shot McGee. 2 shot McGee if you're lucky. Ooh, tank going down out there. So these guys up here, you know, you see them take 1 or 2 shots and their health just depletes. So they need to either get into suppressive fire immediately, heal up, or duck down themselves, or else they are dunzo. It's really, really bad. Like, you do not want to be a soldier when this mod is activated, or else you go down so quickly. It makes for some insanely brutal and beautiful battles, but gosh dang, it's tough. It's tough out here. Either way, the Blues really only have a few tanks left, and there goes that one up there. Wow, rocking the skyline, and a red artillery piece behind getting absolutely rocked as well. Dang, and that's a pretty devastating loss for the attackers right there. 2 big pieces to their arsenal gone, but there's still 2 red artillery pieces up here. It looks like they are firing. This one made a little hole in the building ahead of it just so it could fire through the hole. Big brain! Massive plays, dude! Alright, well, let's check in on the tans. We've been looking at the Blues and Reds a lot over there. Let's check out the tans and Reds over here. It looks like this artillery piece is down a crew member, and this one's doing just fine. They are still peppering this wall over here with plenty of artillery fire, as well as small arms fire, and there's only a few green soldiers left alive over here. Let's actually go ahead and bump it up a speed. I think that's enough super slow-mo for now. Actually, some blue trucks coming in over this way. What, the whole herd of blue trucks? They obviously disembarked all their infantry, but they seem to be causing a bit of a distraction in the middle area where no one else is attacking right now. Hey, man, I think that's actually a pretty neat idea. Use your pretty much useless vehicles as a bit of a distraction area. Suicide these men forward. They won't know that they're being the suicide units, you know, just, you know, plead ignorance on that one, and throw them in there, you know, distract the Greens a little bit. I don't even mind that idea. That's pretty good, and it seems to be working a little bit here, as the tans are able to get some good output fire while the Greens deal with these blue trucks over here. Big explosion rocks one of those blue trucks, but again, it doesn't even really matter. I mean, this thing is useless at this point in the battle. They've already unloaded their infantry. They're just sort of sitting ducks, so you might as well go and explode them forward. Why not, dude? Why not? Either way, this green entrance over here is just about down for the count. There's barely any infantry left. It seems like only the flanks have any troopers left, and those guys are even dying out themselves. It seems like the blues are not faring nearly as well as the tans right now. I mean, they have way less troopers left alive over here. It is pretty brutal for these guys. Ooh, but this artillery piece is in fact actually aiming its second shot this way. It's going to full-on speed now. This thing is almost reloaded, actually, so let's see if we can't observe. Oh, no, it's rotating back over to the blues. I am wondering who it's going to end up firing at here with its second volley. I'm really curious. There it goes. It's loose, and that goes straight for the red artillery piece up here. A very valuable target, so I have to say that is not wasteful in the slightest. That's actually a really good move by this green artillery piece right here. So it now has 27 infantry kills and 3 vehicle kills right there. That is, that's pretty brutal. It wipes out a massive piece of the blue push over here, as well as some infantry that was chilling up here as well. So the blues are really hurting. If you look at the top left of the mini-map, they've got maybe 20 or so troopers left alive. They're still going up against a ton of green infantry in the trenches over here, and they only have 1 artillery piece left alive too, which actually appears to be out of ammo. So this thing is just about useless right now. You might as well even just get the troopers off of that. There you go, red soldiers joining the battlefield over here. However, the tans pushing forward quite nicely over this way. Their ground infantry units almost at the castle walls, and they could start entering into them very, very soon. If they do overtake these entrances over there, then they might actually be able to flank the trench units of the greens, which would of course help those last remaining blue units and perhaps bring us a nice little victory here, a nice little dubski-wubski. Let's check out the red artillery for the tans. This one is still alive, and this one is still cracking as well. However, that one doesn't have any ammo left, and this one also doesn't have any ammo left, so we might as well bail those troopers out as well and give the tans just a little bit more infantry. Just a smidge more. The tans seem to have probably about 100 soldiers left alive, I would say, over here. Most of them residing within the beat up old buildings and things like that. They're just getting some sporadic fire out every once in a while. Not exactly a massive kumbaya big boy push here, but just little micro pushes, trying to, I think, mitigate losses, which is probably a pretty important thing right about now. The blue little vehicle push over here is completely dead. There's actually 1 soldier. Yeah, here we go. We have 1 soldier with an M60 left alive over here from the vehicle push. That's actually pretty impressive. All right, actually, let's see how much time is left on the reload here. It's still like halfway the reloaded. Okay, so it'll be a while before that thing's firing off again. For the blues, the remainder of the blue infantry and the 1 or 2 red soldiers that are now entering into the battlefield, the combat zone, baby, they are pushing the right flank over here. And it looks like they're actually doing it pretty successfully. They've even gotten a few green kills in doing so. So the blues aren't out of this thing yet. They're still fighting as best they can. Although their strengths have been squashed, at the very least, they're preventing the greens from focusing wholeheartedly on the tans, providing that distraction the best they can. However, the tans are having a bit of trouble over here. Seems like Piats are still a bit of a problem right now. They seem to be clashing with the tan infantry, taking them out in mass, as well as these greens all the way on the far right over here. These guys are seemingly managing to get a lot of tan kills from a great distance. This guy's got 3 kills. This guy's got 3 kills. This guy's got 2 kills. And these 2 bazooka troopers have none. Either way, that's about 10 kills between those guys over there, and that's nothing to scoff at. Every kill is going to matter tremendously at this juncture in the battle, because it is really coming down to the wire. The tans need to stop taking extreme losses right now, and they need to actually cripple the green defenses now. This is it. This is make it or break it time, baby. All the future of this battle rides on the tans managing to make it through the last little bits of this battle fully. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is the play, baby. This is the time. This is the time! Well, oh, there's actually a green soldier right here. He's got a sniper, so he probably won't be able to do that much, especially when these tans out there got like a bead on him right here. He's just sort of chilling. Oh, flame trooper over there actually coming for this guy. Look at this. Look at this! Are you going to be able to flame him on, baby? Give him the old flame. Give him the old 1-2 punch. He seems to just sort of be sitting there. It's a bit of a standoff. Flamethrower versus sniper rifle. I mean, flamethrower should win this, but the flamethrower unit is being a big dungus. Come on, man. Fire that flamethrower. Oh, whoa. Well, that solves the problem. Was that this thing? No, it wasn't. Who just blew that up? Oh, it's this Piat soldier over here. Coming in clutch, crumbling a building on top of the tan soldiers there. Holy cow, and the flamethrower unit goes with them. God dang, these Piats are really game changers. Of course, the Tans have Piats themselves, and I just saw one launch a shell at these guys over here, killing a few of them. But I think the Tans probably don't have this man. They probably don't. We're going to go ahead and squad up the last of the Tan, blue, and red units here. And get the ones who are sort of lollygagging in the back forward. Of course, in Army Men, we have the squad up rule, so you are allowed to squad troopers up towards the end of the battle if they're not really getting things going, and you're able to bring forward sort of the stragglers, get these guys moving, get them grooving. But then we've also got the retreat rule for the greens, so we can see if any of these soldiers should be retreated. I would say these 2 bazooka troopers could use a retreat, so we'll retreat them back into the castle over that way. I'd say the sniper might have a small chance of making it in, so we'll run him. Oh, he instantly gets KO'd. That's my B. As for the trench units, I'd say this guy right here could run back. If he can make it, he can live. And maybe these guys in this forward trench also come back. Okay, so reorganizing a little bit here. Now we are going to go ahead and squad up the blues over this way, and we'll all pool them together right here. So the Tans, Blues, and Reds are now a little bit more functional together. They're working as squads, while the Greens have re-solidified sort of their defensive presence. So both sides have evaluated their flaws, and they've fixed them, baby. All right, how about this thing? It's got 35 infantry kills. That's nothing to scoff at. What's its reload percent at? Let's see. It's not even close. It's not even close. It must have fired at some point and we just missed it. So, that thing's going to be a while before it sees any more action. Alright, bit of a tan push over here. It's like the Battle of Stalingrad, baby. I mean, these guys are fighting house to house, block to block, trying to push on forward, but it is a cruel war that they're going through right now. I mean, they're not making any progress right now. This is tough. This is a tough situation to be in for the tan lads here. A couple of them crawling on forward to the walls. But, I mean, they just don't have that many troopers left. I mean, the Greens outnumber them at this point by like 3-1. The Tans outnumbered the Greens at the start of the battle, but this defensive position really did them in, didn't it? There's one guy stuck in the water over here. I guess I'll help him up. There you go, buddy boy. Oh! Massive shot from something. Probably a Piat that just hit the foundation of that building. Brings it crumbling down onto the heads of many Tan soldiers. Tans sort of running like headless chickens over here. They actually have a number of Piats and bazookas themselves. Not bad. Bit of firing over here. The Blues make one big final push, it looks like, with the majority of their troopers. They do have a Piat trooper. The Piats seem to be the MVP soldiers of this battle overall. Yeah, this is about it. Between the Tans and the Blues, they've got maybe 12 soldiers left. Let's just do one last hoorah charge for the boys. For the boys, come on. Forward. Yeah, this is really unwinnable at this point. Let's do a hoorah charge here, and we'll see who manages to get the dubski. All right, it's definitely going to be the light greens. Spoiler, it's going to be the light greens. All right, here we go. Tans coming forward into the crevices here. Piat soldier does get some fire off. Also, grenades getting thrown. Not too shabby-labby. Pretty good. Oh! That man went for the incineration move. Holy cow. It seems like all that's left for the Tans are bazooka or Piat troopers. And this is it. Just a squad of 5 here. Let's run them on in here. Go through the choke point, boys. Get to the cover. Get to the cover. No! Oh, the plastic manatee. Oh, they're all dead. All right. Well, the light greens managed to get a victory, and it was not that tough. Barely any soldiers actually made it in for the attacking forces into the walls, but a lot of light greens did die on the outside. So, yellow are dead light greens, red are dead attacking forces here. Obviously, way more dead attacking forces than light green forces. Like, way more. This was a brutal, brutal battle. And this defense held out to the end. I mean, look how many tanks the Blues had. I gave them like 8 tanks, dude. And they all died. And there was 5 artillery pieces on the battlefield for the attackers and hundreds of infantry. And they weren't able to do it. They weren't able to subdue these walls here. The walls held strong, man. They held really, really strong. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you did enjoy it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment on down below what kind of battles you'd like to see next. Either way, I will see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.